Hello and welcome back to Applied Redstone. I actually already made this video, but I kind of forgot about the sound, so that wasn't the smartest idea. Um, what did I put? I wanted to put the stuff on a bit. What this episode was about is I actually made a house. I suppose most of it was really just making this house, so it's not really a huge deal. So I might make it a little bit different than I was going to make it. And what it was is I had these redstone lamps here, and then I basically connected this it's very simple, I suppose, just a simple NOT gate here. And yeah, obviously the cool thing about it was that, and this was the reason why it's got a bit messy is because I wanted to do basically. I decided that I wanted to make all my houses 13 by 7, and I kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So it's kind of is a 13 by 7, but obviously it's been sort of changed in a way. And I wanted to experiment with some of the stain walls. This is actually black stained clay. If we look at the different types of stained clay, actually, yeah, the brown stained clay does look substantially different, but this to me still looks brown. This just looks like a darker shade, but and I like the blue stained clay, and I did something interesting. But yeah, the advantage with this, of course, is that when you've got this system, you don't need to run down the redstone wire down here. And this is actually why I was actually I did actually run the redstone wire down here in the original video and connected to a lever, and that was why this front ended up looking the way it does. But there's no stained clay stairs, so that may have been useful here. And a few other things that I mentioned. Oh yeah, I mentioned, of course, that if you want to put a chest near the roof, you have to have a slab on top, otherwise you can't open it and stuff like that. And then I had this sort of, it's kind of like I don't know what shape it is, kind of like a comma or something. Probably might be useful. You can imagine the pistons here, and then you walk through or something, and then you can get anything through that 3 gap. But yeah, the advantage with this, of course, is that as soon as you set the time to night, then the daylight sensor is going to activate, and then the NOT gate is going to kick into effect. You would think. No? There we go. That's funny that when you set the time to night, it doesn't actually activate it at the right time. What are the arguments for time? Can you add negative numbers here, I wonder? No, you can't. And there's no subtract here. So these are all the different yeah, funnily enough, I've never actually looked at this menu in vanilla. This is the latest version of vanilla. Yeah, one of the effects I wouldn't mind checking out is effect. Yeah, funnily enough. Now I believe you just put in your name like this. Do we have a tab menu? There's no tab menu, so I think you just have to know what this is. And I believe 1 is speed. And we'll give that for 5 seconds. And we want, say, a speed 10. Hide particles. So that must be a true or false, I guess. I wonder if this will work. So that only seems to give me speed 1. What if I do this? It's giving me regeneration 2. Interesting. Once we hit 2 here. Then I get regeneration 3. So I do that. There's speed 4. And that's not any further. So you want speed 4. Let me just make this last bit longer. I just want to see something. Like I said, it's not strictly to do with the video, but you know, this is applied redstone, so it doesn't. It's just going to be like practical stuff in general, and I like to mess around with this section anyway. So we have to do 3 to get 4. So 0 is going to give us speed. 1 is going to do... Alright, so 0 is speed 1. And so basically 0 to 3 is basically speed 1 up to speed 4. That's how that works. And then... so 1 is speed. 2 is slowness. Haste. Haste is at 3. Mining fatigue is at 4. Let's just look at more. Strength is at 5. Instant health at 6. Instant damage at 7. Jump boost at 8. Alright, I'm not going to go any further than that because, you know, I like to keep it sort of modular in a sense. That's the way to do it, isn't it? So these are all the different game rules. Command block output, do daylight cycle, do fire tick, do mob loot, do mob spawning, do tile drops, keep inventory, log admin commands, mob griefing, natural generation, slow, show death messages. Okay. Let's go back into the help menu. So there's the whole particle section. So where's the particle name? So how do we do this then? So we want huge explosion. And then can we just do, I think we can just do this thing. Alright. Particle name to do. Try 000 maybe. Speed at 10. Count 5. Yeah. There was no sound there. So this is a way to kind of delineate between the particles themselves and the sound. That's kind of interesting actually. Yeah, I mean, doesn't seem... I would like to mess around with this stuff a bit more. But I never find a good time to really put this into the other videos, I guess. So in a sense, it's not so bad that this one didn't work out quite how I anticipated, because I wouldn't have done this otherwise. So JSON. Raw JSON. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. What's this trigger? Oh, there must be an objective. I've used some of the other things before. Oh yeah, and you can put different rotations on the thing. But yeah, like I say, this is mainly a redstone video really, so I'm not going to focus on that here. So yeah, I mean, this is basically a NOT gate. If we set the time to day once more here, we can see that activates that, which depowers the torch, which is going to power the line. So it's a good way to have, yeah, it's a good way just to have the lights on when it's dark and not in the other situation. There is that period, isn't there? I wish there was a bit more, a few more parameters here. A few more, what would this be? Mutators here. I'm not quite sure what the word is. But because I'd like to do more than just add and set the time. I'd like to actually, I'd like an accessor here, really, wouldn't I? Where I can actually get the time. I don't understand why there's not like something like this, and there's not loads on get. But no, you can't do anything like that, can you? But anyway, yeah, just like. But the thing is, though, is that it doesn't make sense. Oh, actually, yeah, it does. I was about to say, well, why? How's that in there then? But yeah, it doesn't make sense that at night time the thing doesn't go on. You have to, you know, you have to add. Probably about 400 will do it. No, it didn't. So it must be about 500. It's probably around about 500, isn't it? Away when the daylight sensor. And I suppose the reason for that is because of the light level this thing is getting. So we can look at the block light level here. The light is 15. If we do time set night, it's because it seems to be still getting. What does it look like on the other blocks? Yeah, this is still at 15, isn't it? Let me just see what the top of this block is looking like. It says 15 on it. No, I'm not sure that means that though. I'm not sure what changed there, but anyway, I might just look at the video just to see if anything actually changed that I didn't notice. But anyway, that's going to be the end of this video. Thanks for watching.